What's up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another power video. And you can say this is an OG power / power book 2 ghost / power book 4 force theory video. And we're going to tie all of this in together. And the topic of this video is Mahoney is the biggest threat in power and will force Ghost out of hiding. And you have to stick to the end of this video as I discuss some bulletin points of who Mahoney may be, what his connection to Ghost may be, and what he would have to do and what he will probably do in order to draw Ghost out of hiding. So, let's start here. Disclaimer: I know the producers may not have thought about a character like Mahoney and how the spin-offs tied together. But after the first season of Power success, I do believe that they then started brainstorming on not only spin-offs, but how to tie this whole story in together before they complete the entire Power universe, which will have to be completed one day, even if it's 10 years from now, right? So without further ado, now let's get into who Mahoney may be. Now, Mahoney's name being mentioned is not a fluke. We will definitely see him again, and it will be a jaw-dropping moment. Ghost may have known he was coming and faked his death in order to figure out how to kill him. Also, Mecca is the goat of global snitching and still wasn't able to bring him down, and neither was Noma. He is still their biggest op behind the scenes, right? Mahoney will probably be a white man with power at the highest levels of government, which would explain why it's so hard to take him down. He has eyes and connections everywhere. And now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You tie Ghost into the situation. A question that could be questioned is, did Ghost know about Mahoney before he started rising to the top of politics? Did Ghost find out about Mahoney while he was rising up in politics? Also, Ghost being Ghost, we also got to question the possibility of Stephen Ott being involved, and we also got to question, is it possible that people like Stephen Ott and other people behind the scenes knew who Mahoney was, and they have Ghost fake his death so they can work on trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Neutralize Mahoney. It's possible that Mahoney is a political figure that goes by another name in public. This is very much a possibility. Mahoney will be an unyet seen face that will be revealed in the future. And Ghost could be hiding from him. Ghost could be planning to take care of Mahoney either by himself or with the help of the Democratic Party. Now, let's go into why Ghost could have issues with Mahoney, okay? Ghost could have killed a top earner or loved one of Mahoney, or for whatever reason, his very existence and impact on the game influenced Mahoney in a negative way. Now let's talk about how he will be able to bring Ghost out of hiding, okay? 1, by kidnapping Yaz, which will most certainly guarantee his eventual death. Ghost don't care about nobody more than he cares about Yaz. So much to the point where he had a contingency plan, where he expected Tasha to be gone, right? killed by Tommy. So Yaz would be able to be adopted by a good family in which he predetermined who that family would be. And the fact that Tommy did not kill Tasha probably is going to upset Ghost, right? But number two, Mahoney could bring Ghost out by kidnapping Ramona, because if he's still alive, he's with Ramona, and forcing him to work for him, which will cause him to re-enter the game against his own will. Okay? Number three, Mahoney could force Ghost out of hiding by working with Tariq in any way. If Ghost in fact does have smoke with Mahoney, and Mahoney has any kind of motive to bring Ghost out of hiding, to either force Ghost to work for him instead of Tariq, or because he wants to bring Ghost out of hiding so he can kill Ghost. Okay? And the fourth reason how Mahoney could bring Ghost out of hiding is for him to find out that Tommy is doing business with Mahoney. Because Ghost is not above saving Tommy or Tariq for the same reasons. He's just not above it. You know, when Mecca brought up Mahoney, you have to understand that the writers have a plan for Mahoney. The writers have a plan for Mahoney, and it's a reason why he was mentioned in the first place. Mahoney seems to be this big bad that once he comes out, if Mecca came out, first of all, because if Mecca came out and he was able to know who Ghost is, and his life in Power Book 2 Ghost was affected by things that Ghost did in the past, and Mecca is an op of Mahoney, and Mecca's the one who mentioned Mahoney, then Mahoney will be someone who not only can connect Power Book 2 Ghost to OG Power, but also through Tommy could be someone who has an impact in Power Book 4 Force. And we will realize that Mahoney is somebody with power in which the likes we've never seen. Mahoney is going to be someone who has an influence in American politics, foreign affairs, okay? Someone who has an influence in dealings with international cartels, and possibly somebody who, for all we know, has connections to Effie. The implications of who Mahoney is going to have a major impact on every spinoff except for Raising Kanan. But for all we know, he may be a factor in Raising Kanan. That's least likely. That's probably the biggest stretch. But all of these things are possible is what I'm trying to say. It's not over for Mahoney. If they're going to bring Ghost back, because first off, I'm also aware that Starz canceled like 3-4 of their biggest shows. So there has to be something that they're going to do with that money. That money is going to go to Omari Hardwick some kind of way. And either they're going to pay him to come back in Ghost, pay him to come back in Force, or more than likely, they're going to have a spinoff, and the spinoff is either going to be Ghost's early life, if they don't concentrate on that in Raising Kanan, or it's going to be Ghost from the moment he got shot to whatever he has going on now. And somehow, some way, Mahoney can tie into all of this. This is all very possible. We're going to see Ghost come back, but there has to be a big enough reason for Ghost to come back. And there has to be a big enough threat for Ghost to come back. It's too simple to have him come back just to save Tariq for the sake of saving Tariq, or just to save Tommy or Yaz for the sake of saving Tommy or Yaz. There has to be a threat so big that Ghost has no choice. And that reason is Mahoney.